Hello there. Something wrong?
Just, surprised.
How come?
You're not what I was expecting.
Excuse me?
I don't want to be rude, I just...
Don't worry about that. Have a seat.
So, how is this gonna work?
It's simple. I ask some questions, you give me answers.
Alright.
You sound apprehensive. Tell me what's on your mind.
I don't know, I just have this weird feeling and I can't get it off my mind.
Why don't we introduce ourselves first? My name is James.
I'm Octavia.
It's nice to meet you. I figured it'd be better if you knew my name before talking with me.
You're still a stranger to me. No offense.
Everyone you know was once a stranger to you. I'm sure with time, we'll get to know each other very well.
If you say so.
Now, let's start from the beginning. Do you know why you're here?
My dad mentioned you a few times. He said you're some kind of doctor.
Yes, your father and I have spoken.
He asked me to come here because it would help me and him.
He was partially correct. Through these meetings, I'll be learning more about you, while you yourself will be relieving any stress or speaking your mind on matters which bother you.
So you're just a therapist?
If you would like to call me that.
Well, to be honest, there's not really much that I want to talk about.
But there is something?
I guess.
All right. Why don't you name the first thing that comes to mind?
It's something with my family. It's private.
I see. You wouldn't be comfortable talking about that?
No, it's just something I want to keep to myself.
I understand. But please know that I cannot help you if you're not willing to talk.
I don't need your help.
Then why are you here?
Because my dad said it'd be good for me.
And surely someone like him would want only what's best for you. Regardless if you need help or not, the fact that he asked you to come here shows that he cares a great deal for you and wants you to be alright, even if you don't show signs of unwellness. I apologize. I should not have raised my voice.
No, you're right. My mum and dad separated, some shit happened, and now they're not together anymore.
And this is what's troubling you?
Yeah. Only my dad really cares for me, but this whole mess is just too much for him. I love my dad so much, but I hate seeing him so stressed. I want to talk with him and ask him if he's alright, but he doesn't want me to worry. He says that everything will be okay, and that he loves me. But not even a day sooner, he's roped back into that whole shitty mess with my mum. Sometimes I can't tell what's stronger, his love for me or his hatred for her.
I'm very sorry to hear that. Perhaps your father sent you to me because he knows what you're going through.
You think?
It's just a hunch. But seeing how much this is tormenting you, I wouldn't be surprised if he already knew this. If your father really cares for you, he wouldn't want you to be caught in the crossfire.
Maybe.
It's a good thing that you have such a caring father. Does your mother also care?
She couldn't care less about me.
She hates you?
Hate would be too strong. It's just that she'd rather scream and throw things at Dad than try and spend time with me. I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't even know my name.
I think I know what you mean.
I just want to live a normal life.
I think that can be said for everyone in a similar position as you. May I share something with you?
What is it?
I was once your age, and felt almost the exact same as you. That my life wasn't as good as it could have been. It took me a while before my life turned around for the better, but it happened eventually. I believe it will for you as well.
How did you do it?
I'm sorry?
How did you change things?
Opportunity presented itself, and I was not afraid to take a risk. But I knew exactly what I wanted. If there's even a little doubt in your mind, a goal which you want to reach won't come quickly. If you want something, clear your mind and set your sights on it. Be willing to accept that obstacles will get in your way, but if your drive to reach it is strong enough, you can do it.
I'll try to keep that in mind, James.
On a lighter note, is there anything else you would like to discuss?
Well, my magic studies have been going well.
Really?
Yeah, my dad is teaching me how to study the stars and use their abilities to grow my power.
Would this magic involve portals?
Most of it does, yeah.
I had a question about that.
What?
Can anyone go through these portals?
I'm not really sure.
Would it be possible for sinners to return to the living world via these portals?
My dad actually talked about this with me once.
What did he say?
He said that despite hell being chaotic in most rings, there's still ground rules. Rules that not even us Asgowisha can argue with.
Go on.
The most important is that the discovery of demons in hell is forbidden to the mortal world. It's why only a few select demons have the ability to visit it. If anyone had access, it would be a complete chaos and violation of the natural order. There's never been a sinner that's returned to the living world that I've heard of. I don't know if it's because it's not possible or that the restrictions are that tight.
But it's possible.
Don't tell me you want to attempt it.
I have one more question for you, then I believe it'll be the end of our first meeting.
Yeah?
I read body language like words in a book, and one observation I made was the way you acted today with me. Throughout this meeting, you weren't keen on looking at me for too long. You would take glances at me, but then focus on something else, like looking down or out the window. What's troubling you? Am I perhaps making you uncomfortable in some way?
Do you know what clairvoyance is?
Vaguely.
It's something I was taught at an early age. I can see and sense things no one else can. It's part of my lessons. When I look at an object, I can sense where it's from and what it's gone through. Almost like if anything was a book, I can read it. I can do this with demons and people too. I can see desires, dreams, and what a person really looks like on the inside. Like a jumble of their personality and secret smashed into one form.
What are you saying?
For sinners, it reveals what your demon form looks like, along with what your intentions and beliefs are.
So you were looking away from me because you saw something you didn't want to see?
You were the first thing I saw when I entered this room.
So that explains your hesitation.
I can't make sense of who or what you are, but...
I think it's best if we pick this up again from next time. Thank you, Octavia. Shall we talk again next week?
I guess.
Take care.